Hello everyone, my name is Abdul Rafi and today I would like to present to you a Python program that implements a classic game of rock, paper and scissors. This game is a simple yet enjoyable way to pass the time and challenge your strategic thinking. So our program begins with the main function. We have imported the random module and the other four functions. The main function is the entry point of the program. It initializes the user and computer score, prompt the user to the number of rounds to play, and then it starts the game loop. In each round, the user asks to enter the choice of rock, paper, and scissors using the get user choices and get computer choices function. The user choices and computer choices are displayed on the screen. The play game function uses for the round based on the choices. If the choices are same, it returns 0, indicating a tie. If the user wins, it returns 1, and if the computer wins, it returns -1. The result of the game is emulated and the score are updated accordingly. If the result is 0, it's tie. If the result is 1, the user wins and the score is incremented. Otherwise, the computer wins, the score is incremented, the computer score. After all rounds played, the check score function is called to display the final score and determine the overall winner. If the user score is higher than the computer score, they are declared the user wins, and otherwise the user loses and computer wins. Here we declare a variable choices, a list of rock, paper, and scissors, and return a random choices so that the computer choices return random between rock, paper, and scissors. The function random select a choice for the computer using the random module function and return the values. The user underscore choices function prompts the user for their choices and validates it. It keeps asking until a valid choice is entered. So here we use a variable known as user underscore choice and prompt the user to enter their choices. So here we use two functions, strip function and capitalize function. The strip function is used to remove the spaces and the capitalize function is used to capital the first letter that user input, whether it is rock, paper or scissor. The while loop is used to repeat until unless user enter the valid input, or if user didn't enter the valid input then it will show an error message with. After that it return user underscore choice. So I have mistakenly write the code of check score function to the play game function. So let's remove it. The check score function is basically used to print the game end at the last and user score and computer score, and then it checks the conditions. If user score is greater than computer score, then it prints congratulations you win. If user score is less than computer score, then it prints you lose, better luck for the next time. You can write anything in the print statement, whatever you want to write, and at the last else it prints its tie. So after that, let's move towards our play underscore game function, which basically used to check if the user choice is equals to the computer choice, then it will return 0. Basically, the program proceeds to evaluate the choice using play underscore game function. This function determines the outcome of each round considering all possible combinations. If the choices are same, the rounds end in a tie. If the user choice defeats the computer choice, the user wins that round. Conversely, if computer choice defeats the user choice, the computer wins the round. So if user choice is equals to rock and the computer choice is equals to scissors, so it will return 1. That means the user wins the game. Sorry, I have written here the paper. It's not paper, actually it's scissor. Let me correct it. So let me fix it. Scissors, and it will return 1. If user enter the choice paper, then the computer choice should be rock, so that the user win. Here I write 3 choices in which user wins, so that it will return 1. So if user enters scissors, then the computer's choice should be the paper, so that the user win the game. Here it will return 1, and at the last the else statement, where it will return -1, so that which shows the computer win the game. Here I comment it out for win, for tie, and for lose. Comments are the essential parts of your program so that it's easy for the third party to understand your code. So make sure when you write any code, you must include the comments that shows what part perform what function. So let's come to our main function, where I use for loop for I in range rounds. So after that I print the computer and user choices, and then I call the function known as play underscore game and store it in a variable known as result. The result variable is now using three condition if, elif, and else. If result is equals to 1, then the user wins. If result is equals to 0, then it's a tie. And if result is equals to -1, then obviously the computer wins. So I copy the name of the function here and paste it out here. After that I use three conditions here. The first is if result equals to 0, it means that the match tie. Oops, sorry, I write it here. The user win. It's not the user win, it's a match tie. Let me fix it. And if result is equals to 1, then it means user wins. And 1 is increment in user score. Plus is equals to 1. The plus is equals to 1 means 1 is incremented in user score. Else the computer wins, and 1 is incremented to the computer score. Here I have done a mistake in the code. Let you guys think what wrong here and comment if you understand what's wrong here. Otherwise I will tell you guys at the end of the video. At the last I call the check score function so that it will check it. So here is our code. Let's run it. Python game.py, and it will ask for the how many rounds you want to play, and then here is the mistake. As I have told you that I have done a mistake, so let's fix it. So the mistake is I didn't give the function name to the variable user underscore choice and computer underscore choice. So here I give the name. Let me copy it and paste it there. Now the error is fixed. Let me rerun the program. Python game.py, and here it asks for enter the number of rounds and then rock paper and scissors. So if you write paper, then it will say computer win, because computer choose scissor and scissor cut the paper. So if I write here again paper, then again, as you have seen guys, the computer wins. And here is the last statement that you lose. Better luck for the next time. You can write anything interesting rather than that. Here is the code structure. So the code is pretty simple. You can practice it. And in Python, there are many more functions that use for the case insensitively. You can use dot lower, dot upper, different functions instead of the strip and capitalize. Here I use strip and capitalize because I prefer these two functions. Maybe it's your choice. You can use dot lower or any other thing that you want. So let me change one thing here. The user underscore choices and computer underscore choices. It is very similar to the variable user choice and computer choice. Let's add the one more thing, get here, get underscore. So it different from the above variables because it gets the user choice and computer choice. So here its name is get underscore user underscore choices. So that's all for today. If you have any query, any question related to the code, or if you don't understand anything, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you very much.